Hello, my name is Archibald Chesterfield III. I'm a YouTube entertainer and celebrity, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Hello, Paul Pluta channel, and today I'm doing another paid review for the punters. Paid reviews for the punters. And today, don't forget, like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And also look in the description for 10 ways you can keep me full-time on YouTube. Today's request is from Sid. Sid sends me... Sid, is it Sid? What's his name? Oh, sorry. He's from Sydney. His name is George. Okay, here we go. Hi, Arch. Nice to see you doing what you do best. Please check your PayPal account. I've sent you 35 Aussie dollars. Thank you. Thank you very much. For your video advice, as you shouldn't be doing shit for free. I've been a long-time fan of yours and have watched your channel for several years now. My name is George. George! Please do not use my full name in the video. George is fine. I'm 31 years old and I work as a professional. I stumbled across your channel several years ago when I was researching prior to purchasing my first proper non-shitter watch. At the time, I was after an Omega Speedmaster, man on the fucking moon. Although as fate has it, the watch was not available from a reputable second-hand watch dealer for some time. I ended up coming across the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean pre-ceramic 45mm, which I purchased and have been in love with this watch ever since. I wear this as my daily and have no regrets in the purchase. I purchased this watch from a reputable second-hand dealer, which you mention all the time for great value. The watch had all box and papers and was mint condition. Minty! As for the Speedmaster man on the fucking moon, I still have a soft spot for this piece, and I believe that I will purchase this watch at some stage in the future to add to my collection. Either a birth year model, as I think that's fucking cool, or a more modern version. But that is for another video. More recently, I purchased a 44mm Panerai with a 3-day power reserve and with an in-house movement as a second watch. I found myself not wearing this watch as much as I would have liked, so I sold it to a friend of mine who was interested in a similar piece. So now I need your advice and opinion. Okay. I'm interested in purchasing a Rolex as my second watch following the sale of the Panerai. The two models which I'm interested in are the Rolex Submariner in steel, ceramic, black dial with date function, reference 116610LN. Yes, the arsehole's watch. Or the Rolex GMT Master 2 in steel, ceramic, all black with date function, reference 116710LN. I can't seem to make a decision on which one to purchase, as I like them both for various reasons. The prices for each are both very similar, so this isn't in question for me. The Submariner on one hand is iconic, clean and simple, and has the new glide lock clasp. It is also where's my glass? Oh, my glasses are away. It also what's he saying here? It is also an all-purpose and all-occasion watch. The GMT2 is also much the same, but the extra complication of a dual time zone for similar money. It has the polished center link, a different bezel, and I guess more rarer than the Submariner from what I know. And also don't forget, the Submariner's got that timer. It's a timing mechanism. So you can time how long you go to a brothel, you put it on the mark, and it tells you how long you've got there. So you don't get cheated. That's a great feature. That timing feature is really, really handy. Which one of the two do you recommend as a second watch for me? Which one is a more solid investment or most likely to maintain its value over time, in your opinion? Lastly, do you feel flipping the Panerai was a good or bad decision? to free up some funds for the Rolex purchase. Thank you, Archie. I'm looking forward to hearing what the Pontiff has to say. Thank you, George. Well, George, very interesting question. So George is a long-time fan, long-time viewer. He's got an Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean pre-ceramic 45mm. And he's asking me which should be his second watch. Now, very interesting question here. Now, I got to tell you, the Planet Ocean Seamaster, that's a great watch. Planet Ocean, you know, I prefer the Speedmaster, but that's just me. Look, which one is a better investment? Look, I would say, okay, you're asking the question, GMT or Submariner, and I got to be completely honest with you. Ceramic GMT date or a ceramic GMT sub? Sorry, ceramic GMT or a ceramic sub? Now, I got to be completely honest with you. They are both very, very popular watches. Both incredibly wanted. What I would say is, however, is I think you can't deny this fact that the Submariner, I think, pips the GMT. That is the honest truth. I think a Submariner on the used market is more wanted. I think it's slightly more desirable than a GMT. That's not to put the GMT down. It's just the reality that we live in. If I had a choice there, okay, I've got to be honest with you, they are both absolutely sensational watches. A steel Submariner ceramic date or a steel ceramic GMT. They are both brilliant pieces. Brilliant pieces. I personally would say that the sub, I think, is a safer investment. Okay? Little, you know, we're talking a bee's dick difference. We're not talking about much difference. You know, that is a really great watch to have and to behold. I would honestly say, if it was me, which of the two is the better? Well, they're both brilliant. They're both very, very good. If you really like the GMT function, by all means, go with the GMT. If you really like divers, like it sounds like you do, go with the sub. They are both very desired, wanted pieces. I don't think you're going to have trouble either way. Either way, it would be fine. Okay, so I would say, okay, so to answer your question, which is the better, okay, they are both bulletproof investments, but I think on the used market, the subs just pip the GMT. That's not to take anything away from the GMT, okay? That's just my general opinion. However, if you've already got a diver, maybe you want to build, it depends. I wouldn't worry about retained value because Rolex sub or Rolex GMT, they're both brilliant. Okay, no problems there. I would look at this equation and say, well, hang on a minute. I've got an Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. Maybe it would be really cool to have a different function. So you've already got a diver. Why not get a GMT? And then later on, you could add a chronograph, like a Speedmaster, Man on the Moon. Add one of those. And then you could add some sort of, add something that you like, something for work, like an IWC or a Datejust. You know, you got to add pieces you like. I got to be honest with you. Rolex is so bulletproof. I was just talking to a dealer today. So many brands that the world is really in bad ways financially, but buying Rolex, man, that is probably the safest bet you can make there. You're going to retain value. That is a no-brainer. So I would say a smidgen. The sub would be smidgen, I reckon, but we're talking a bee's dick. You're not talking about much difference here, you know. So I would definitely Rolex Steel Sports, no problem whatsoever. That is a great thing. I hope you have a look around on the used market. Sometimes the black dial GMTs there, because the Batman is so popular, they're a little bit cheaper. So I certainly hope, George, if it was me, if I was in your position, I'd probably say it's a no-brainer. Both those pieces, both those Rolexes are perfect, but I'd probably go GMT because you've already got a diver, add a GMT. Even though, as I said before, the GMT, the sub is probably a little bit more valuable on the used market. I don't think it really, it's a bee's dick. So I would be inclined, if it was me, I'd be saying, well, I got a diver, now I want to add a GMT, then I want to add a chronograph, and then I want to add something, you know, things that you like. That's the way I'd be doing it. So no problems at all. You asked the question, did I think it was dumb to get rid of the Panerai? You had a Panerai, 44mm Panerai, 3-day power reserve, in-house, and that was your second watch. Look, I think it's probably a good idea to get I would rather have the Rolex than the Panerai. You know, I think that is a better brand to have. Rolex is stronger. The Panerai market is getting very soft. I think the bubble has kind of burst. However, I'm not seeing huge bargains. It's more to do with, if you try and sell a Panerai, you're getting, you know, some dealers will fuck you over. You got to hold out for higher money. So I kind of think there's nothing wrong with getting rid of the Panerai. I think that's if you, for whatever reason, if I had a choice of a Panerai or a Rolex, it'd have to be Rolex. You'd have to go Rolex. You gotta grow with your collection. What do you like? What pieces do you like? What do you love? So in my opinion, I don't think it's a bad idea. The Panerai, I'm starting to warm to the brand, but if I had a choice of a Panerai or a Rolex, you'd have to go Rolex. Rolex is a much stronger brand. I mean, Rolex retains its value. So good. It's really quite amazing how it does that. So definitely, I think it's a good move. I can't see anything wrong with that. You like the Omega? That's great. You like it? That's fine. Like that, and get a Rolex. I'd probably, you know, looking at it, I'd probably get the GMT. Fuck it. But any sports steel Rolex is good buying. Get it and be happy. And continue watching the Paul Pluta channel. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you fuckers think of that.
We specialize in the repair of Rolex and Patek Philippe watches. We've been doing the same thing for more than 25 years. We have Rolex technicians certified by Rolex who actually used to work for the company for many years, like if we do in the work on the factory. We completely disassemble the watch and we put it to work like brand new condition. When you get a pre-owned watch, it's like if you're getting a brand new unit. The only difference is the money.